Well, students are settling into their new school year, and it comes with some new routines, new faces, and of course, some new challenges, maybe even some anxiety.
Dr. Astrachan-Fletcher is a clinical psychologist and regional clinical director at Pathlight Mood and Anxiety Center here in Chicago. She joins us now to talk about what parents can do to help with that back-to-school anxiety. First of all, how do you determine what are normal nerves and when those feelings should become concerning?
By the way, thank you for having me. And how do you determine normal nerves? Well, I mean, general anxiety, kids talking about fears, things that they might be anxious about going back to school, but not really expressing desire to avoid school. But if they start speaking more about, I'm not going back, it's really, too overwhelming, then there might be some concern.
All right. And of course, there's differences in how you talk to, let's say, a kindergartner as opposed to somebody who's going into the 8th grade. So let's start with the little ones, right? And they're having a little bit of anxiety of going back to school. What would you tell them and how would you build a routine for them?
Yeah. That's a great question. So building routine is really important. So we're talking about even bedtime routine, waking up routine, when you're eating, those types of things. And talking to the little ones, just letting them know, hey, change can be scary. And before you know it, this will all be routine for you. And so it's just the shift from summer to that routine. And the more we can get into it earlier on, the better for that child.
And for older kids like 8th grade or high school?
Exactly. I mean, the same thing stands. And what I would say is when you're talking to your child, do something that they enjoy doing. Don't have like a serious, we're going to sit down and talk about it. Go for a walk outside or watch a TV show that they like to watch or play a game together. And while you're doing that, just bring up the conversation. What are you thinking about with school? What are you looking forward to? What are you afraid of? And how can we help and be supportive?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is starting that conversation you said early. So maybe a couple weeks before, start bringing it up. Hey, school's coming back up. You're going to have to get up early again and head back to class. What are some tools, other tools that maybe parents can use if they've had this conversation with their child and they're still having a difficult time to the point where the child doesn't even want to go to school?
Right. So then you're moving from typical like transitional anxiety to something that's called school refusal. And school refusal is when there is a regular, consistent, refusal of school, or if you get the child to school, they're really acting out in school. They're very disruptive to the point that they get sent home. And this can happen in 2 to 5% of school-age children. And that can be a much bigger problem, often connected to depression or anxiety or even trauma sometimes.
And what about when the anxiety is fueled by other kids? Maybe it's a fear of rejection or not being included or being bullied. Any quick tips for how to encourage your kid to work their way through it?
I mean, the reality is whenever a child is refusing to go to school, it is avoidance of some form. And it can be avoidance of a bully. It can also be avoidance of, facing failure or avoidance of being separated from the caregiver or avoidance of a difficult situation like lunchroom. Lunchroom's always a big social kind of fear. And how do you handle it? What do you tell your child? I mean, the reality is, again, transition, it's scary. It's new. And in a matter of time, it will be routine and nothing's going to be scary about it anymore. And as a parent, I'm here for you, and I'm going to be here with you through this.
And I know we have to wrap up, but I think sometimes we focus so much on the kids and anxiety of the kids that we forget that the parents are going through their own anxiety as well. And sometimes the kids sort of build off of that, right?
Absolutely. And so, especially if they see their kids' anxiety, they're going to get more anxious about it. Please keep in mind you are not alone. And other families are dealing with this. And if it gets to the point of school refusal, help is available.
Yes.
And so, that's just keep that in mind. And there are lots of places, including Pathlight, where you can receive a free assessment at any time.
Such a great point. Doctor, thanks for being with us.
Thanks so much for having me.